morning everyone, and I wanted to use a simple word, and it's thank you. We don't always say it enough, but it's actually thanking the organisation for a wonderful journey in so many ways. I know you've faced some challenges recently, but actually thank you, a sincere thank you for all the work that you do to help those that they need your support. So I am absolutely delighted to be here as Mayor of Calderdale supporting a wonderful organisation. When I was asked by our friends whether Mayoress and myself were delighted to enable to support your organisation in any possible way. So I'd like to thank Ada, as she's known, because there's two Amandas, so just so we don't have the confusion. So I'd like to thank Ada for the invitation here today. You could not wish for a better person in our friend Ada. She's always ready for a challenge. In fact, actually, this time last year, we all completed one of the biggest challenges of climbing Ben Nevis for charity, and this charity in this case. So to say it was an uphill struggle is a bit of an understatement, but this shows the sheer determination of this wonderful person you have on board. Now, the fact that actually she never gives up, which so thank you, Ada. As a charity, Calderdale Parents and Carers, I'll call it CPC, hope you don't mind CPC, has to raise funds in order to deliver services they provide to families with disabled children. In the past, most of their funds have come from contracts and grants provided by the local authority and NHS. However, in these times of austerity, some of these grants are not being renewed or are being reduced. The majority of small charities across the UK are finding themselves in the same situation, so competition for external funding from grant providers such as the Big Lottery has also increased dramatically. Indeed, a recent application I've seen to the Big Lottery to continue the much needed advocacy project was unsuccessful. The Big Lottery felt the application was good, as you've seen, and the project fundable, but due to the vast competition for funds, the panel decided not to agree the funding. This decision leaves the organisation with an uncertain future, which is really sad. CPC management are more than aware that times are changing, they can no longer rely on these traditional routes of funding. Organisations that have more emphasis on self-sustaining income generation are more likely to have a secure future. With this in mind, the Board of Trustees have put together a plan that will hopefully steer the organisation through these difficult times and into a more secure future. One element of the plan was to look at the organisation's current branding and how this impacts on external donors and potential corporate partners. So, CPC secured funding from the Lloyds Bank Foundation to enable them to work with marketing board and brand experts Pixel to develop a brand that will hopefully attract more funding and increase donations from the public. The team of experts have worked with a working group consisting of staff, trustees and volunteers and parent carers over the summer to develop their ideas. The working group, the ideas came down to 3 different names. So to give you some background of the names they came up with, we had the first one, which was Scenic Routes. Parent carers talked about the different routes of their lives they had taken when they became the parent of a disabled child. They talked about anticipating the motorway way through life, more or less straightforward, moving along with the majority of people, with their child hitting the expected milestones, but they now found themselves having to take the back roads, the country lanes, with twists and turns, lack of signposting, and generally much slower and harder to navigate. However, they also talked about how this journey enabled them to appreciate the small things in life and the joy of their child making tiny steps forward achieving what was thought to be impossible. So that's one name. Unique Ways was another option. This came from the conversations about the different routes that parents, carers and their families often have to take. It highlights that each one is unique and far from the straight motorway that the majority of people follow. Each journey is unique, like our children. Oh, Macy's Way, this was the final one. Macy is a character that the brand designers came up with. The name playing on the maze that parent carers often find themselves. Again, it's about each child's unique way. It's their way, and we as parents have to follow it. So the three different names were presented to the membership, who voted for their favourites. There should be a drum roll at this stage, I felt. I did have a word with Adrian and said, should there be a drum roll at this stage? So 287 people accessed the survey, 274 voters, and 13 didn't for whatever reason. So, the results of this. So Scenic Routes, 76 voters for this. Macy's Way, 64 voted for this name. Or Unique Ways, an overwhelming majority of 134. So wow, gosh. So we found a name. So I really want to thank the organisation today for inviting me here to launch Your New Tomorrow. I would like to wish you my very, very best wishes and support in any possible way. So, it gives me great pleasure. I've been informed we don't have a ribbon. We don't have a ribbon, but we do have a new thing.
Wow.
So,
Right.
hopefully, so it gives me great pleasure to introduce CPC's new name, A Brand's Unique Ways. In addition to the brand, the funds from Lloyds Bank Foundation have enabled Unique Ways, CPC, to develop a new website. So I'm hoping that someone is going to introduce the website. So once again, sincere thanks for inviting us here today, and what an absolute honour and privilege it has been to learn some of the information and listen to you, and to say a sincere thank you from Calderdale.